Assalamualaikum. I am Dr. Fazal from the Dairy Nutrition Group Ghazi Brother. Today we are going to discuss with you transition period management and mainly subclinical ketosis and its impact on the farm profitability, and we'll also discuss about its solution, and I hope this video will be helpful for you to increase the farm profitability. Thank you. Transition period management. So what is transition? It is defined as 3 weeks before and 3 weeks after parturition, and it is the most difficult time of annual cycle of a dairy cow, determines the cow's health, production and reproduction in the subsequent lactation. We can see here in this slide the red line. This red line is showing the dry matter intake. The dry matter intake in the final week of the dry period is severely depressed. It will decrease up to 40%, but the energy demands will increase in this final week due to the calf requirements and colostrum synthesis in the udder. Just after calving, animal will start milk production, so the energy demands are known. The energy demand are almost double as compared to the dry period. But on the other hand, the dry matter intake is very low to meet the energy demands in this zone. The animal will mobilize fats and in some cases will mobilize proteins and muscles to meet the energy demands. We have to support in the close-up and fresh zone to limit the fat mobilization. If we can review the body weight change around the calving here in the bottom, it will slightly go up. Then just after calving, the decrease of the weight we will observe, obviously due to the calving process, and then this decrease will continue up to day 60 in this zone, in this phase of fresh zone, due to the negative energy balance. And after day 60, the animal must gain weight if we have to achieve a better conception rate and better fertility and pregnancy rate. If an animal is losing weight, it is almost impossible to make it pregnant, so that's why we have to maintain weight and positive body condition score just after day 60. Today we will mainly discuss negative energy balance, ketosis and its impact on the farm profitability and its possible solution. Metabolic changes associated with the onset of lactation: milk synthesis, increase the synthetic capacity of the udder, increase the blood flow toward the udder, and nutrient uptake by the udder will increase. Lipid metabolism, lipolysis will increase from the adipose tissue. Glucose metabolism, gluconeogenesis will increase, and protein metabolism, protein mobilization from the muscles will increase, and mineral absorption, increase the absorption from the bones and from the gut. From the bone, the mobilization of the calcium to maintain the blood calcium level. Intake will increase just after calving, and digestion will increase, and even the nutrient absorption capacity of the papilla will increase, according to this study of the Journal of Dairy Science. Types of health disorder we will encounter with: energy related disorders like ketosis, fatty liver syndrome, rumen acidosis, lameness and displaced abomasum we will face during the fresh zone and during the early lactation. Mineral vitamins related disorder, milk fever, udder edema, immune system related disorder, retention of placenta, metritis and mastitis we will observe. And today we are mainly going to discuss ketosis. Dry matter intake during the transition period, during the final week of gestation, it can decrease up to 40%. And dry matter intake was 18% lower in peripartum and 20% lower in the postpartum, caused with a health disorder as compared to the normal cause. And if we see the heifers dry matter intake decline, we can see here the 31% versus 27% decline as compared to the mature cows. In this slide, in this study, we can see here the 35% depression in the dry matter intake in the final week of gestation, and from the minus 1 week to plus 1 week, we can see here the 300% increase in the fat mobilization. The NEFA, these NEFA are the non-steroid fatty acids. We have to limit this NEFA in a certain limit to avoid the subclinical ketosis or ketosis. So what impact of the body condition score will be on the reproduction, on the ovulation? We can see here, if the animal have a body condition score less than 3, the percentage of an ovulation will be higher. So we have to target a 3.25 body condition score to have a 85 to 80% ovulating calves. The challenge of the early lactation, the energy deficit, we can see here is the demands of the glucose. The demand of the glucose is increasing from the last week of the gestation. We can see the red line, and this is the green line is the supply of the glucose. Even this in the fresh zone, the demand of the glucose can reach up to 2500 grams per day, but the supply is less than that. So we have to breach this gap of demand and supply, and we have to provide additionally the glucose supply and the energy supply. So if we can see here the energy deficit, in the fresh zone, the energy deficit can reach up to 10.2 megacalories net energy lactation per day. So we have to breach this gap also of energy and glucose to limit the fat mobilization in the early lactation. ME, metabolizable energy and metabolizable protein required and consumed at 7 days in milking. These both graphs, this first graph and this second graph, are showing a negative energy balance and negative protein balance. These negative balances are with respect to CNCPS requirements of a standard Holstein cow having a body weight of 700 kg and a milk production of 30 kg. The animal is consuming 72% of its requirement in the terms of metabolizable energy, and 59% of this consumed is going into the milk production. Same for the metabolizable protein. Animal is consuming 71% of its requirement, and 63% of this consumed is going into the milk production. So animal is facing negative energy balance and negative protein balance. So we must keep in our mind about the protein. So what are the risk factors for the ketosis? The risk factors are the fat cause, weight loss before calving, postpartum hypocalcemia, diseases like retained placenta, milk fever, metritis and lameness, deficiencies like cobalt, sodium and phosphorus, bad nutrition, mycotoxins in the feed like in the grains and in the silage, acidosis, poor transition management, because we are shifting animal from a medium or very low concentrate diet to a high concentrate diet. So this is the physiology of fat mobilization. When animal face the low blood glucose level, the fat mobilization of the reserve will start, and free fatty acids NEFA will produce and glycerol will produce. Glycerol will be used as energy source, and these NEFA will further convert into triglycerides and ketones. These triglycerides will be packed and accumulate in the fatty in the liver, in the hepatocytes, and these ketone bodies can be checked in the blood, urine and milk.